On the side of relief food, many well wishers have been coming through that fund, and those who have relief food donations have been referred to the national administration to ensure that this relief food is given in a manner which abides with the regulations in place about social distancing, avoiding gatherings. And we are happy to know that a lot of these organizations are distributing relief food in our informal settlements, either by having vouchers where people collect singly, but not in groups. Some have also adopted the voucher system, whereby you get a voucher, then you collect your items from a certain center. What we are against is the public gatherings where you take people in a field and start distributing. That's why all of them are being referred to the national administration in order to ensure that this requirement of distancing, avoiding overcrowded. So because you have seen most of these areas, there are cases. All these areas we have mentioned, there are cases that when people gather, it's a likelihood of the spread. So we must ensure that distancing, and that is why these efforts are being coordinated by the national administration and the security agencies from the region up to the sub-location level, having the Nyumba Kumi as the basis of identification. And I think all groups must pass through that system, through the National Emergency Fund, then from there to the national administration. Several issues have arisen over the social media of late. People saying they are being denied a chance to distribute relief food. Nobody is denied an opportunity to offer any assistance, but it must be within the framework of the National Emergency Fund and the national administration in order to ensure that the laid down regulations and procedures are in place. We want to make a statement on behalf of our Regional Security and Intelligence Committee, following the efforts we are making to enforce the Ministry of Health regulations and also the enforcement of the curfew within Nairobi and the metropolitan area. As you are aware, Nairobi is leading in the number of cases countrywide. Especially up to now, up to last evening, we had recorded up to a total of 128 cases within Nairobi. On the issue of the enforcement of the Ministry of Health regulations, we have continued, especially the security agencies and the national administration, to enforce the regulations, especially on social distancing in all our public places. And by and large, a lot of residents of Nairobi are complying with the laid down health regulations when they are going in public. But we still have pockets of people who are still not abiding or complying with the laid down regulations, especially the Bonda sector. The issue of masks, because it's a requirement that everybody going into a public place must be able to wear a mask. The Bonda still, the compliance level is still low, and we want to say that our enforcement officers will be very, very firm in applying the law so that there is complete compliance. For the last 2 weeks or so, we have closed all our bars, and the restaurants is on a takeaway basis. You buy and go away. But we are still finding many wines and spirits, many bars, locking patrons in, and then they continue drinking in complete disregard of the law. Again, we have found also people doing parties in estates, buying alcohol in bars and taking them to residential areas and having parties there. The day before, we were in Nasra Estate where almost 50 people are having a party, a wedding party, contrary to the ban on public gatherings. And all these people, up to Friday last week, we had noted that those who are defying the curfew regulations and those who are continuing to drink in disregard of the laid-down regulations. As of Friday, we arrested about 1,085 people who have been bonded and others arraigned in court. But following the directive by the CS for Health that anybody found contravening the curfew and gathering will be taken to have interacted with the people who have been infected and they stand a risk of spreading this virus. From the time that directive was given, over the weekend, the police have been able to arrest 506 people who are currently under quarantine. So that is the requirement. You are found in gathering in a bar, having a party, then you'll be quarantined. After the quarantine of 14 days at your own cost, you'll be arraigned in court. That is the measure we are enforcing. So we have 506. Last night we had 100 people breaking curfew. We are waiting again for processing to quarantine. And the areas which have become notorious are areas of Kilimani, Kasarani, Kayole, and Buruburu. And that is where we are going to concentrate our efforts to ensure that everybody abides with the curfew regulations and also the issue of movement at night. But the rest of us must be at home for our own good, not for the good of the government or the law enforcement agencies, but for our own good. So we are going to continue enforcing the curfew very firmly. We are also going to enforce the requirement of us having masks in public places, and reining on the air and the border sector and the matatu industry so that we can ensure compliance.